Hello chums, my name is Boingy and this is Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Shovel Knight is one of my all-time favourite games. I'm planning on making an in-depth video about it, but if and when that happens, we'll see. For now though, let's start a new game. Now I've got a few files on this. Once upon a time I owned this game 5 different times. I had the Steam version, which we're seeing now, 3DS, Wii U, another 3DS copy because I lost my first one, and I got it on my Switch. So, quite a fan. But for now, new game. So this is Treasure Trove, so obviously all the DLC is here. King Knight, Spectre Knight, Plague Knight. Let's start as my boy Shovel Knight. Shovel of Hope. Oops. I'm going to call myself Thumpy. Because why not, eh? Thumpy. Body swap, no, just want to go OG. Confirm this profile. Yes. Shovel of Hope. Oh, I don't know what it is about this game, I just adore it. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. No, don't want to skip it. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. They're upset Shield Knight didn't get a campaign, but you can play as her in Shovel Knight Showdown, which is amazing fun. But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed and Shield Knight was gone. I don't know if it's the nostalgia for the 16-bit graphics, but I just love it. I mean, the fact I own this game 5 times over should be proof enough. I've also got in front of me, behind the microphone, all 4 Shovel Knight amiibo. And they sit on my desk underneath my monitors because 1, they're fun to use in the Switch version, and 2, the Shovel Knight figurines, they're cool. A new adventure is about to begin. Now, I think on my 3DS, I had completed this game from, well, I say this game, I completed Shovel Knight's campaign from start to end in like 52-56 minutes. Use the controls, lovely. World record time in a minute is 42 minutes. No, I'm not a speedrunner in the slightest, but I spent so long playing this game. There was a period in my life when I was working for a certain shop that I won't name, but I was essentially their cover guy. Like, I would go to cover stores for them when they needed it. So there was one week I had to go to Southampton, which is like a 3-hour train trip. So I remember sitting on the plane playing this, playing Smash Brothers, and reading the Naruto manga, because at that time it was near its conclusion and it was good. Oh, this game's so good! Pogo Bounce Bubble. I do like in the beginning stages, it doesn't give you the option to break the checkpoints like you can in later levels. I don't know if I should do that in this run. I feel like it adds a challenge, but I've not played this for a while, so there was a time when I knew everything about every level. But I do know for a fact this dragon's got a severe case of scoliosis. Like, look at that poor thing's back, and now its skull has been dented by a shovel. But as is life, I suppose, isn't it? Get that, bounce it back. Oh, would have been some severely good play there, but it wasn't. The music for this game is absolutely phenomenal. I've got on Spotify the playlists of each game because listen to it, it's so good. All made by the genius who is Jake Kaufman, or Vert. I'm trying not to make this playthrough just be an absolute gush of how much I love the game. I'm going to let you see how much I love it by playing it. Now, this game originated via Kickstarter, and at the time it was on there, I think I was out of a job, so I couldn't back it, but my god, I wanted to. And I think they asked for like 75,000, I think. But they ended with like 3.5 million. I think I'm going to fact check that when I'm editing this. But some of the not push goals. Yeah, goals on Kickstarter. Some of them were DLCs. One of them was the amiibo. One of them was the gender swap mode or the showdown game. And they hit the goals and they delivered. And they knocked it right out of the park. The DLC and everything that comes with this game is so much fun. So much replayability as well. Just because the achievements, or feats as they call in this game, you get some that are... Oh, I've already got some, so oops. Finished New Game Plus. I've come close to doing that on my 3DS, I think it was. The boss rush at the very end on New Game Plus is brutal. Complete the stage without taking any damage, complete the game without dying. They're very hard, because you've seen I got hit by the first enemy. Destroy every possible checkpoint, complete the game without falling into a pit. It sounds easy enough, but when you get to Propeller Knight stage, his stage is basically one big giant pit. And some of the stuff in that stage, my god, it's hard to avoid. Now, thankfully, this isn't a Nuzlocke, so if I do die, I can carry on. I haven't got to release Shovel Knight and start again, or call it quits even. Now, the inspiration from DuckTales here is so cool. The down pogo bounce. All things I want to mention in my in-depth video, which, thinking about it, as I'm capturing the footage here, I could use this footage in the video I make, if I ever make it. Because then it adds a sense of, I want to say originality, as it's my footage that I'm using. But, like I say, we'll see. A video like that is a big project and I can't just knock that out like I can with edit my Nuzlocks in 45 minutes to an hour. That will take a lot of... I need to write a script for that, I think. But at the minute, with the state of the world, everyone's stuck indoors. So everyone's got nothing but time, so who knows. Oh, combo. It's just... See, there's being good at it and there's being over cocky, which could have just killed me then. So, now the Scoliosis Dragon adds a level of challenge in it by having a pit right below its head that you bounce on. Can I just skip it? I can just skip it, but I want the gold. Give me the gold and the apple. And this bit's also a new challenge because that enemy just charges at you. So if you were to jump normally, you would land like here and the enemy would be here. And it also gives you a little taste of some perilous platforming, a la Mega Man. And these little slimes that hide in the bushes. I want that gem, give me that gem, thank you. Now this game, as you've seen, secrets galore. Normally fairly obviously advertised by the mark in the wall to my left, but some are cleverly hidden. So for example, there's a gem in there. Shovel Knight. I remember watching the Game Grumps back in the JonTron era play the demo of this and I was immediately in love with it. And then I watched the Completionist review it and every other YouTuber that I watched review it, and I just had to buy it. After watching the Kickstarter take shape. Oh, it's so good. It's an absolute labour of love. And you can feel it in the gameplay. The controls are so tight. The music's incredible. The parallax scrolling. Oh, it's so good. Secret here, but it's a chicken. Now this is where we fight the Black Knight. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward. What a burn. What a burn. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. I do like that each character has their own noise with their font as well. Or not font, with their text as well. Your time away has dulled your senses. Can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress and her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter. I always thought that was a cool sort of like arcade homage. The Order of No Quarter. You run out of quarters, you can't play games. Obviously being British, the quarter I think is 25 cents. Steal thy shovel. That Knuckles era Sonic laugh as well. Oh. Now, if I remember rightly, he does do the pogo bounce. Yeah, there you go. But if you time it right, he can smack you straight in the face. I didn't mean to do that. Wham! There's a bit where he does the pogo bounce, and you can sort of get like under him almost. You gonna do it? You gonna do it again? No? Ow. It's got a longer reach than me. There we go, right, so you... There we go. So you sort of jump as he's coming back down, but you can somehow alter your mid-air trajectory and have him. Ah, that's a very triumphant sprite. As well, I love the Castlevania-esque castle in the background. Always reminding you that's your goal. Like, that's where you're going. This campfire scene's cute as well. Is this the first one where I have to catch Shield Knight? I think it might be. I was right. Now later on in the game, these become fairly sufficient gold farms. When there's a certain item you get does like an AoE attack that, oh no, slow motion, that blows up enemies. And there is a point in this where enemies flood the screen. Always got to put the campfire out. You know, protect the forest and that. And now we go onto the map screen, which just reminds me of Super Mario 3 so much. It's so good. Again, the music, so good. Off to the village. Halt! No weapons. We have enough to worry about lately with everyone swinging swords around. Oh, that's the weapon. That's just a shovel. You may enter. And don't forget, press up to talk to everybody. You look very shifty there. Cause no trouble, warrior. Fishing is easy. You just cast your line off into any pet and wait for the and haul them up. You're a horse. You're a horse. Hello, Mr. Bard. Hail, traveller. I am but a simple bard. I have a big problem. I have lost all my music sheets. My entire repertoire lay scattered across the land. If you ever find a music sheet, return it to me and I shall reward you handsomely. Whoa! You have 2 music sheets. Magnificent! Wonderful. Let's see here. Oh, you found the rival. Black Knight has fine musical taste. Now that I have this music sheet, I can play it. I do like this system. Now, did I find Steel Thy Shovel? No. Oh, I didn't find it. There's this one called the Plains, but I think I'll find that in the first bonus level. But we will see. Your face is haunting, my dear. Ooh, you've got a pretty face. You should come visit often. That's a pretty face. Okay, 6,000 gold. Let's visit the Goatician. I want more health to begin with, please, good sir. I think one of his animations is he will take a page from his clipboard and eat it. So I'm just going to watch what the Goatician does while this man cooks me a meal, because it's hilarious. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's making me look bad. Oh, he did it! Yay! Should I increase some magic while I'm here as well? Oh, I need to find a relic first. Okay. So let's go and see Chester. I'll speak to you later. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to buy a... Hello, fish friend. All hail the Troutpool King. The Troutpool King is an amazing character. He's a trout apple. So now that I've got a chalice, I can then later on get some health potions, which would be nice. This is Chester. Hey, blue guy, you wouldn't believe the merchandise I've got for you today. Why not have a look? So I'm going to buy the fishing rod first and foremost. This guy, one of my favourites, Croaker. Hey, Shovel Knight, I know things are tough, but don't worry, the trowel. I love that he croaks all triumphantly as well. I love this. One of my favourite characters. Push, that King Knight. You give him an inch, he thinks he's a ruler. I could spend all day talking to this guy, but I won't. Let's go to Pridemore Keep and let's have King Knight. Hello, Mr. Hedgehog Man. Are you really the Shovel Knight? Prove it by digging up this dirt. Okie dokie. He's like, yeah! Incredible, you really are Shovel Knight. Yeah! This kid, I'm going to bounce on your hoop. And ruined your fun. Oh, there is a point later on in the game where you get an ability to charge up your swing. And you can just yeet this kid's hoop away, and he looks so upset when you do it. So another thing about this is that this town is essentially a level. There's a chest up there and a music note. But you think, how'd you get up there? Like, my jump is just a bit too short to get onto here. Then you see this lady carrying buckets, and you think, how can I ruin her day? Just like that. And then you can jump up on there. I do also love that. Do I need a key for that chest? Nah, I'll just shovel it. This little blue kid. I'm the fastest. No one can outrun me. What was that? Anyway. Proudmoore Keep, the Lair of King Knight. One of 3 DLC campaigns. So when the DLC came out, I know a few people worried that would it just be a skin swap? Like, would I play through King Knight's level as King Knight? No. Every DLC is its own fleshed out story. Here's a secret. If you go left... yeah, their own... Oh, actually, that was a bit dangerous for me. Yeah, each DLC is its own fleshed out story. It's got its own characters. It's just so good. And this is Yacht Club Games logo. Nice little Easter egg for you. And these little sparkly spots here is where you fish. And you wait for the... It's a fish. I don't know what you'd expect if you went fishing and you pulled up a fish. Why would you be surprised? Video games. Again, like I'm gonna feel like I'm repeating myself, but every song is my favourite song because it's all so good. Now I do like that each stage almost introduces a new hazard. Like, you know, you've got the falling pillars and the enemies to charge at you. Easy enough to avoid, but still scary. And now it combines the falling pillar with some platforming. Again, easy enough, but for your first ever time doing it, it's challenging. Dig, 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 dig. Now I do believe we see a trapple. Or do we? No. Another fish. Again, why am I surprised? I'm fishing. These little rat things. I love their little dingly dangly feet. Because why would you not have flying mice on propellers with dingly dangly feet? Look at them. But when you... Oh, their little dingly dangly legs. Ooh. I also love that there's no... I'm going to say that a lot as well. I also love X. There's no duck animation. You just slightly squat. Just... Oops, got a fit leg day in somewhere. And now this bit is a very much like one Mega Man stage. It shows you a brand new enemy with an attack you've not seen, but it gives you enough space to observe it enough times to think, right, I can easily jump over that. But the Black Knight fight showed that you can deflect his energy blast back at him. So you think, can I do the same with this guy? You can. It's subtle but genius game design. And there's no annoying Navi-esque character that's like, oh, you could do this, do that. Don't forget you can do this. It's like, shut up. These checkpoints, you can break them, but I won't because I don't want to spend days on one level. Each time you break them, you get a decent chunk of money, but with the added... I was about to say bonus, with the added challenge of once that checkpoint is destroyed, you don't respawn there. So if I was to break that and die, I'd go back to the start of the level. So, and you think, right, there's a gem up there, but that's higher than I could jump. So if you time it right, with this little unicorn lance man, yeah, I missed it. Right, Right, let's just reset that. No one saw anything. Yeah, right, cool. Yeah, no one saw that. No one saw that. Good, cool. If you time it just right, you could bounce right up. That's what I meant to say the first time. Didn't say I was good at it. Said I enjoyed it. And again, another new mechanic that you can easily dodge, and it shows you what might happen. Then it introduces hazards around the new mechanic. I think it's just... Ooh, invincible. I just think it's so well implemented that it doesn't insult your intelligence as a player, but rewards you for figuring it out, and you feel like, cool, I figured that out myself. I wasn't told to do that, or nothing came up saying, oh, Shovel Knight, press A to jump over the chandeliers. Oh, and this is why Chester is called Chester. So in each level there's a blue chest. Whack it open. Out pops Chester. In the village or out in the field, I have the real lava deals. The flare wand. Flare wand is such a handy item that it is one of my most used things in any of my playthroughs. Can I get this perfect? Can I get this perfect? Nailed it. Now the flare wand is your basic projectile. You know, it shoots a projectile. Da, da, da. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, can't get off the ladder. Can't get off the ladder. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm just making sure everything's still working. Every time I look over at my OBS, it looks like it's frozen, but it's not, and it freaks me out every single time. Right, now this room, same deal with earlier on. You think, right, there's 3 of them. It gives you ample space to see what's happening before you can play next move. But now they're a little bit closer, so you can't deflect their shots back at them, apart from this one's. Bob! Throws a little expectations version in there, saying you thought that was food. Wrong. Now I do believe, is this way the way to progress, or is this way... No, okay. I say most, some rooms in some levels have alternate paths, which adds to the replayability, but some paths are a bit like the death routes in Crash Bandicoot, where they're a little bit harder, but you're rewarded more. Like, for example, this room, if you were to smash all of these dirt blocks, you'd be stuck. That ladder would be inaccessible. But for doing so, you're rewarded with not only a pile of gold, 2 of them will kill it. Wow. Not only a pile of gold, but a secret. And then once you've hit that, you think, oh cool, red gem, but you hit it again, there's a whole chest. Look at that. With a lot of gold in it. So in this playthrough, I want to average 2 stages a level, 2 stages a video, sorry. Just because I know it's not a massively long game, like it's not got the potential to be as long as Pokemon. But again, I don't want videos where I do nothing. So I'm counting this one as I've done the first level. I'm going to do King Knight. That's episode 1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And this is one of our first mini bosses, and again, it gives you just if you don't walk forward that far, it gives you just enough time to see what's going on. You know, it's got a very distinct pattern to its attack, and I think if you stand here, you'll be okay with it. Yeah, we'll just stand here. But you think, okay, so I've got to hit it in the head. Fine. Once it's finished firing, you go up to attack it. Oh, it could melee. So you've got to then start timing your swings. Or another way of doing it is just standing at the beginning, jumping up and shooting your flare one day. Yeah. Oh, here come the flying rats. Okay. Bounce, bounce. And they line up just well enough that there's that you think, oh, I can get up here. And you think, what's the point of being up here? But you carry on going, right, there's a secret. See, this game, in a way, it rewards and encourages exploration. There's a lot of secrets that are very easily missed. And some are really obvious, like with the little markings on the walls that you know to hit. But some aren't as obvious, like this one. Like there's no indication that you could run up along the top of the level. But if you give it a go, you're rewarded. And a little like puzzle platform in here, you can't go through there. So you think, oh cool, I can go this way. And you go, hello sir, how are you? Whack. And a chest. Is that a music note? No, just lots of gold. And you go back the way you came. Obviously, if you're trying to speedrun this game, you wouldn't go this way, but I'm not out to do that in this video, in this playthrough. I want to share my love of the game with you guys. And I was talking to some friends about it the other night. I think I'm going to play games on this channel that I enjoy / I'm good at, because you know I'm not doing this for the views. I'm doing this because I've been very passionate about all things gaming for years, and I want to share it with everyone. And wanting to make a YouTube channel and have Let's Plays has been a dream of mine for a number of years. So I figured, why not combine them? You know, why not play my favourite games, have a laugh, talk about it, or watch me fail spectacularly, and have a good time. Now, this little mini boss is quite annoying to fight, but it also throws in the breakable floors, which will come up again. There's a number of bosses that have floors that break like this. So it's a really smart, clever way of preparing us as a player for what's to come, but doing it almost subtly, like without explicitly saying, take note of this, you'll need it later. It's very, very clever. And again, another secret with, you know, a reward that is over a pit with some careful platforming, and they throw in some hovering enemies just to make it that much more difficult. But now you've got your projectile, it makes it easier. But you know, one rogue hit from that flying rat with a propeller, you fall into the pit. But there's a checkpoint right outside, so you don't feel too stupid if you die. It's a very well thought out game, and it really shows that the developers put love into this. Here's our first Troupple. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. Oh, hail the Troupple King, the king of fish and fruit. Long may his stem grow. There are 3 Icors. Now I know you might think I'm saying that wrong, but it comes clear later on. You get the Icor of health, the Icor of invincibility, and the Icor that draws all gold towards you. Obviously the most helpful one to have at all times is the health refill. Because like later on, the checkpoints get further and further apart in each level. So a health potion becomes incredibly helpful. This is going to be clutch. Oh no! Oh, another mechanic. If and when you die, you lose money. There's no life system in this, so you don't run out of lives and get a game over. You lose a portion of the money you're currently carrying, which you can get back. So it's a good punishment, but it also incentivizes you to not mess up again, if that makes sense. And the fact that your stuff is recoverable, it's not a massive punishment. Not like in other games where you lose a life that you spent ages grinding out. Come on, come on, yeah. Again, it's very clever. Love it a lot. So when you get a room like this, it's got health in it, it's got money in it, you just think, coming up to the boss, aren't I? Oh, there's gems hidden behind these curtains. That's nice. One last mini-boss. But again, you know how to fight, because you figured it out all by yourself last time. I do love his little melee attack though. He looks so indifferent. His eyes are closed. Ooh. I can do that. And he spits out an entire chicken. Now some rooms before the boss won't have a lot of health in it, they'll just have a lot of magic like this one, because they expect you to kill the mini-boss. An interloper is in our midst. Be gone from our throne room, knave. I'm no more an intruder than you. You aren't even a real king. Oh, but you're mistaken. The enchantress saw me for my fabulously regal self, and now all bow before me. You're naught but a decadent dandy. Prepare to taste justice. Shovel justice. Silence. Now, for the first main boss, he's tough enough, but can be easily dealt with if you know what to expect, you know? He jumps around a lot, but with your new flare wand, Oh, he got hit me. Damn, I was so close. I just think it's so cool that each knight has got their own specific moveset and abilities that you need to learn on the fly. It's just such a well constructed game. And his crown fell off his head. I do love that victory pose. It's such a cool... I did it. I'm good. Yeah. Banana. Doo -doo -doo. I think it's every other stage you get to save Shield Knight, I think. So it's not this one. It will be the end. It will be after I do the Lich Yard. But my chums, episode 1 I will leave here. Once again, thank you very, very much for watching and listening to me gush about Shovel Knight for half an hour. There's more of that to come, I could assure you that. And I will see you guys in the next one.